So, boom! Listen. What are we saying, guys? Fog me. Fog me. Can I just say, I'm not a prophet, but I'm just good at visualizing the future. I've got a knack for it. I don't always get it right, but when I get it right, I get it right. So, before last season, before ball was even kicked, not even last season, the season before that, when Ten Hag won the Coca-Cola Cup, I said to Joaquin that it's going to take Man United at least 3 to 5 years to get to where Arsenal were. And that was second. Where we are today, basically. Same place, second. Since then, they've sacked Ten Hag. And they've now added another 3 years onto that. So now 2 years into the 5 years. They've now added another 3 onto the 2 they had left, which is another 5 years. So it's going what are you saying, Kun? Let's rejoice, brother. Let's rejoice today, yeah? Because Manchester United, football won yesterday. Manchester United losing is beautiful. I've got videos on my phone of Man United fans wearing Man City tops. It's unbelievable. Charlie Boy sent me the video. Might I add. United are finished. They're not finished just yet, but they're nearly. It's nearly there. They're nearly there. On the stock market today, Man United shares dropped 6.1%. That's quite damning. In fact, that was last night. That was after hours. It dropped 6.1%. I haven't checked it since, to be fair. That's quite damning. I mean, if it goes down some more, I might have a little nibble at Manchester United because they will be back one day, surely. Surely. That would be a long-term investment, might I add. No, Arsenal not in the mud. Arsenal finished second, so that's not quite the mud. Arsenal just laid down some new grass, and we're just waiting for it to come to fruition. So I won't call that the mud. You had a trophy this season as well, so I don't know why you're talking with chess. You should be more humble, eh? But this is about Man United. It's not about Arsenal. Ruben Amorim, I've just heard some stats. Man United were 4 points off top 4 when Ruben took over. And as of today, he's 27 points off top 4. That is crazy. Man United's lowest ever goal points tally, I think, is 56. The most they can get, I think, now is 41, 42. So this is another record broken. Cole Fogging, blimey, what's going on? What is going on? These are, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I prayed for days like this when I was about 13, 14 years old. I actually, literally, I remember writing a letter. I left it on my Uncle Stel. It's actually his birthday today. I actually left it on his dresser. And I wrote, Bapu and Sir Alec Ferguson won. I remember writing that. And I just said that I pray for their downfall one day. I pray for Manchester United and Sir Alex Ferguson's downfall. And you know what? Seeing this and seeing Fergie, like he's old enough to, he's still around, thank God, to see this. I love it that he's here to see this. This is football banter, obviously. But I love it. And you know what makes it worse? He had to pay for his plane ticket last night. He had to pay for it. As where before the club were paying for it. That's nasty work, however you look at it. And then on top of it, up to stats yesterday. So this is on Spurs now, really. I mean, it was the worst final, period. But Opta's, like, they recorded the lowest ever numbers of passes made by a team in a cup final. What was it? 109 fogging passes Spurs made. That's ludicrous in 90 minutes. Did you get a trophy for that? You finished third. You're behind Arsenal. You ain't got no trophy. Apparently, it's down 8%, lowest on the stock exchange today. Thank you, Charlie boy. Thank you, Charlie boy, for that information. It's damning to lose. They lost a lot of money today. Not just losing the trophy, not just losing the prize money for the trophy, not just losing advertisement and endorsements from the trophies, but on the stock exchange. If they had won yesterday, they'd have been up 12%, maybe more, because it's Champions League money. So straight away you're getting 100 M's for being in the group stage. You know what I mean? Just for playing the group stages. Did I read out these stats to you yesterday? I'm sure I did, but I'll read them out again. Just one more time. So finishing in last season, Man United finished 8th in the league. Man United prize money last season, 156.9 million. 156.9 million. That was for finishing 8th. This year, they're getting 130. Can't really see what it says there. I think it's 134 million. So they've gone from 156 to 134 million. And they were going to supplement that with the Champions League, which is 100 million straight up out the hat. So it doesn't matter what we lost out in the league. We've accumulated that back and then some with Champions League football. And God forbid we fall around and qualify. That's more money. So this is why I said it's important that Spurs win. Because this trophy was the most important trophy in Man United's history. Because this trophy would have saved the club. Now they're gonna crumble to dust, hopefully, if all goes to plan. I feel like the Joker here. I've been planning this for 20 years. Yes, it's been a failure. Thank you. It has been a failure. I told you, bro. Friday, Saturday, Friday, but not tomorrow because I'm not on tomorrow. But, well, I am on, but not in the evening. I've got anyway. The joke is Fergie would never celebrate. They wouldn't even be in it. He wouldn't celebrate a Europa League win. But them man were bare excited to win. You know why they were excited though, Charlie boy? They were only excited for one reason and one reason only. That was to mock Arsenal. To say we've had a better season than you. Have you seen what Ken Dog's been posting today? Arsenal stuff. He's been doing his chat GPT and he's been doing Arsenal memes all day long. Do you know how sad that is? Do you know how sad that is? That's called copium. Like how you're at work, but this is what you're doing at work because obviously work's not off. This is what you're doing in your spare time, in your break. You just lost to Spurs in a cup final. That's embarrassing. First and foremost, you don't do them things there. You don't lose to Spurs in a cup fucking final. That's it. First and foremost. And remember the old saying. Remember the classic saying. It's only Spurs. Bro, it looks like it's only United because, you know me, I come with the stats these days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man United's last 4 games, and I think it's actually 7, but we're going to go with the 4 in front of me. Their last 4 games against Spurs, it's been 3-0 Spurs, 4-3 Spurs, 1-0 Spurs, 1-0 Spurs. Spurs now have a stranglehold over Manchester United. So where do they go next? Do they trust in Amorim? Do they get in Gareth Southgate, who will take them from 16th to 10th, from 10th to 5th, from 5th to top 4, from top 4 to nothing? He is another Arteta. He's the English version of Arteta. But I think that's what you need at this point. I actually think that's what Manchester United need. They need to steady that ship. They need to stabilize it. And the only way by stabilizing it is by getting a manager that knows what he's doing. And Ruben's tactics, he hasn't adapted with the players that he's got. Sean Dyche would have got more points for sure. He's got less points per game than Paul Jewell, which is the worst in the league ever. History, period. Like when Man United fans were all like, that's what I said to them all season. Like you can't banter Arsenal. You shouldn't be bantering us. You need to actually not even say anything online and just actually focus about anything you tweet or anything you post. It has to be strictly about your club. To lose 18 games is the biggest club in the. This is the biggest club in the world. We have to remember that this ain't Arsenal. It is levels. Arsenal ain't Man United. We ain't levels like that. No one's levels like that in England. Not even the great Liverpool are levels like Man United. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what's going on. This is what's happening. Bayern Munich will never be in a Europa League final. Real Madrid will never be in a Europa League final. Do you know what I'm saying? They would never go this long without winning a title. Never. I've said this before. There was a time when Real Madrid went 4 or 5 years without winning a title, and it was obscene. The biggest club in the world, Man United, have now overtaken them, and it's like, what? They're losing their grip. Then they get this Galacticos hasn't worked out. They won one trophy, I think it was, or whatever it was. And then they got it back, though. They managed to claw it back. And, the rest is history. And that's what Man United fans were thinking. A lot of Man United fans were thinking, next year. And then next year turns into 5 years, 6 years, 7, 10, 20. And I said, I was warning you because I was talking from experience. As an Arsenal fan, 1 year, no title. Next year. Bad season. What? 2 seasons, bad season. Next year. Oh, nearly win it. Says that because you hope again in the first season, nearly win it. And then 4th season, like you fall off again. And then the 5th season, you fall off again. And you go, next year. And then you have a decent run. And you think, we can build that. Next year. And then it goes back again. It's like, oh no, next year. And then you look at it and you go, right, I've been saying next year for 8 years. I've been saying it for 8 years, and now it's 20. I'm speaking from experience. If you told me Arsenal's last league title will be Invincibles, I say, shut up, you clown. You're a clown. You don't know nothing about football. We've won 3 titles in 7 years. Shut up. We should have won 6 and 7, but we didn't. But anyway, it's about Amorim. It's about Ruben Amorim. His inability to adapt. He's not adapting to the situation. Yet he's going to get a summer. He's going to get a summer transfer. So it don't matter what I say, he will get that summer. He will be able to bring in the players that, not the players that he wants, because there have to be a new list. Because that list, I'm guessing, was based on Man United making Champions League football. You know what I'm saying? And that hasn't happened. No European football for Man United. No Champions League football to save the day. They finished the second lowest you can finish before you get relegated. Is absolute sins. Total sins. I never, so it's that there's a lot of work to be done. There's your PR machine has run out of legs. Your fans look stupid now just talking about Arsenal. It's just absolute ridiculous. They think they're not even talking about the past. They're just trying to just talk. In our darkest days, no. The bread and butter is the Premier League, and to finish 16th after losing 18 times, only Spurs have had a more embarrassing season. And you know what they went and did? Beat you in the cup final. Scenes, absolute scenes. And I thought Oli was as bad as it was gonna get, and then they went and got in Ten Hag. And to be fair, Oli wasn't bad. It was just bad in the sense of PR. You wasn't happy. You had lost trust in him, even though he wasn't doing a bad job. He was actually doing a decent job. He was doing a decent job keeping you in and around that area and playing half decent football. It's just a mess, isn't it? What can I say with Man United now? And then you go and get Ten Hag and you persisted with him. Won you the FA Cup, still that should have got rid of him after the FA Cup straight away. Brought in a new manager, not waste 400 million or 200 million, whatever it was in the summer on absolute dross, which now you need to try and move on again which you really can't move on because you've just brought them in. It's impossible. It's almost impossible to move them on. So it's like, what are Man United doing? It's an absolute mess. That's why I see when I say Arteta this and Arteta that, I'm grateful that we've studied this shit, but we're not at a point where we need to win trophies because it's touch and go now for us in that sense. But I'm grateful for what he's done. It's not a knee-jerk reaction, and we don't have to just get rid of a man straight away. Like, make sure you get the right man in before you get rid of this man. But anyway, that's enough about Arsenal, isn't it? That's enough about this. Anyway, I'll be back on tomorrow, guys. I'll be back on early morning, early doors. I see no one's in here. I thought everyone would be in here popping away, but football's done. The season's nearly done. Next season, there will be a new show. It's called Armchair with Football Fico. I will also try and get you some new people on. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what new season brings us. It's my last season, I reckon, guys. Unless I win the league. If I win the league or Champions League, then I'll continue for another 3 seasons. But if I don't monetize this page by the end of next season, we got to call it good night, innit? We got to call it good night. Oh, well, I'll see how close we get to winning the league. We'll see. Anyway, I love you and leave you. Have a good day, guys. Watch Mobland if you haven't watched it. Fantastic. Over and Forgin out.